Hey everybody, Ryan Dr. Check here, affectionately known as R Doc, and I am fired up to share with you guys the literally most phenomenal resource I think I've found so far ever for using social media to build your business, specifically for LinkedIn. I think everybody's probably, or most people are probably already familiar with the fact that LinkedIn is really the go-to platform to connect with and interact with people who are business oriented, business minded. The LinkedIn platform is very different from other social platforms like Facebook, for example, or Instagram. The conversation is very business driven, and the people that are on LinkedIn are there for a reason. It's because they want to network in a context that ultimately ties back to, if you boil it all the way down, to growing their job, career, profession. And so this is a great platform if you're in any kind of um, business yourself, whether it be in sales or consulting or network marketing or whatever it is. If you build relationships as part of your livelihood, you cannot afford to not utilize LinkedIn. And obviously, the more we can get leverage from tools and resources to be more efficient, well, that makes things even better. And so, literally, we have found and been using now for a few weeks the most powerful tool, automation tool I've ever seen in my entire life. Imagine if you could hire a personal assistant that would work on your LinkedIn every single day based on very specific marching orders that you define. And it runs on autopilot, and you can do the whole thing for $9 a month. I mean, literally, this app that I'm about to share with you guys works on my LinkedIn for me. I get it running in the morning, and then it runs for about 3 hours a day, and I don't touch it. And it is expanding my LinkedIn success in ways I couldn't even have fathomed. And so I'm going to start to walk you guys through what this looks like. And so right now, as you see on the screen, this is just kind of the homepage, if you will. When you log on to LinkedIn, you'll see that up here, the home tab is illuminated. So we're on the home screen for LinkedIn. And I'm going to show you guys kind of some of the results first that I've seen over the last few days. And so I just clicked on my network, and you're going to see that I've got 7,530 direct connections as of the time of this recording. It's going up by well over 100 per day. Here's an invitation right here, actually, that just came in that I need to take a look at and accept. But 7,530 direct connections. That's a lot of prospects, folks. That's a great network if you're utilizing LinkedIn the way you can to build it on purpose. And so what you see now is I simply clicked on that number, the 7,530, and it sorted automatically by the most recently added. And so as we scroll down through here, you're going to be able to see that a lot of these are very recent connections. 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago, 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 6 hours ago. This is back when let's see, I actually haven't run the robot today. So you're going to see where it really starts to get crazy is about 20 hours ago. And that's yesterday when I ran the robot. And you'll see a whole bunch of connections now that are roughly a day old. And that's because the app I'm going to be sharing with you guys was performing its duties, if you will, yesterday. And you see all of these new contacts. These are all direct contacts now that have been added just in the last day. Now we're into 2 days ago. And so it's adding dozens and dozens and dozens of contacts every single day. And it's doing so based on, again, very targeted criteria that I define. And so what you'll see if we click on some of these, I think, is that a lot of them are probably in the Bowling Green area. This one's Nashville, so that was from the last task I had given the robot to do, was to connect with people in my home area of Nashville. And as I'm wanting to expand our sphere of influence, you'll see this one is Bowling Green. So he just accepted a request that was sent to him probably yesterday. And the particular area that I had targeted yesterday was Bowling Green. And so I'm sure if we click through these, you'll notice that a lot of them are in the Bowling Green area. Let's see here. I'm going to just click on a few of them so you guys can kind of see. again, kind of the work product. Okay, that one's Nashville. In fact, I think we had already just clicked on her. But these are all brand new connections, and I'm going to show you how this is happening on 100% autopilot and how you can get, as targeted as you might like. And I'm going to show that to you as well. And then again, you just kind of turn this robot loose and it goes and it's literally like hiring, like I said, a virtual assistant that's going to work for, I don't know, call it 3 hours a day for you, 7 days a week for a whopping $9 a month. $9 a month. You've got to be kidding me. And it's doing a lot of the, again, kind of the monotonous, time-consuming work, but high dollar, high value work. Making new connections is one of the most high value activities you can engage in, no matter what particular line of business you're in. I don't care what your job, career, profession is. You need to be making new contacts with the right people on a consistent and constant basis. And so if you could outsource that and now do it in a way where, again, it's just through a robot that you have total control over, man, I'm telling you, and this is so user-friendly, by the way, which you'll see. You don't have to have any technical skills whatsoever, none. And so I'm going to go ahead and get into the robot here. You can see this one was Bowling Green. And I think if I were to kind of toggle through all of them one at a time, we're not going to do that because we'd be here for hours. But that's what this most recent batch is because of the what I had the bot working on. And it looks like the bot's actually working right now. You can see this icon right here called Duck Soup Professional Edition. And so that's what I'm going to be introducing you guys to. And then you can also see up here the green tags popping up. And so that means that the robot is active right now. And so here's the way you use this. I'm not going to get into the whole piece of how you install it and whatnot. That'll be in another video on this same page. But I really more want to kind of show you how it works. And so once you have it installed, it only runs with Chrome. So you have to be using Google Chrome as your browser. And then you install this as a plugin. Once you've paid for your subscription, you install the plugin. And you can see that I've had it, it's added 1,157 basically profiles, right? And so in a week and a half, this number here for my total connections on LinkedIn was about 1,200 fewer than it is now. And that's because of what I just showed you. That's because this incredible utility called Duck Soup has connected with 1,157 contacts for me over the last approximately week and a half or so since I started using it. And so here's what I love about it. It literally has the ability to basically act as though you are doing these steps manually. And the first thing I'm going to show you that I've been using it for is to add new contacts. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to go and click on where it says search with filters right here. Okay. And I'm going to just give you an example of how I had set this up. Okay. So all it's looking at right now is my first degree connections, which there's actually 7,900 of them. I don't know why that other screen said 7,500. So maybe it hasn't refreshed, but this says it's showing 7,900 results, which that means that's my first degree connections. So we're now almost at 8,000 direct contacts on LinkedIn. But what you're going to do is you're going to put some parameters in here. The first one that you want to use is actually second degree contacts. That's the most effective way to connect with new people on LinkedIn is you work off of second degree connections. And so when you plug in, you're going to see the numbers about to get much larger, right? Because second degree is the people who are connected to people who you are connected to, but they're not connected to you. So now you see it's 1.4 million. And so that's how many second generation contacts are available to me on LinkedIn. And so then we can do a little bit more targeting, right? And so location is another great way to target. We have a big event coming up in Las Vegas. And so I think for purposes of this example, I'm going to go ahead and target the Las Vegas area and click apply. So now we've got the Las Vegas, Nevada area. And so we added a criteria. You can see that that now narrowed the result down to 6,630 available candidates for me to connect with. Now, if I want to get even a little bit more targeted, what I can also do is, again, I'm going to click on all filters. and it's going to let me add additional criteria. Like, for example, you could add an industry. You can add, if I scroll down a little bit more, this is a pretty valuable one. You can add a title, right? And there, again, there's another training video that you'll find on this same page after you've purchased your subscription and installed Duck-Soup. You can watch this training video that'll give you even more specifics on how LinkedIn works. But I'm going to put in what's called a Boolean search right now. And what that simply means is I can now, I'm in the title field, and I can put in some titles like, I want to connect with other business owners. So I want to use the title CEO, or I'm going to use the title entrepreneur. Oops, typo. Entrepreneur. Okay. Or I'm going to also try the title owner. Okay. So we'll start there. Actually, I'm going to put in one more that I like that's great if you're by any chance in network marketing. Independent distributor is a pretty common title for network marketers. Oops, I have a typo here. Independent. Let's fix that. All right. Independent distributor. So now I've added an additional data set to refine this search. And so I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to click the apply button up here on the right. And it is now going to come back. And remember, it was at about 6,600 before. Okay, so now we've really narrowed it down, right? Isn't this cool? So now we're down to about 2,600 results. These are people that are in the Las Vegas area. And there's a high probability that they fit the criteria of who I'm looking to connect with, right? To be able to grow my reach, my impact, and in my particular business, these are the types of people that I want to be connecting with. And so that's the first step of this. Now we're going to go into Duck-Soup, okay? And I'm going to click on options. And this is where this app is incredibly powerful. And again, you're going to want to watch the training video on this. My goal here is not to give you a full, thorough and complete training, but rather to just show you the utility, the app in action, so you can see what you have at your disposal, at your fingertips, to really start to grow your network and basically do your prospecting for you on 100% on autopilot. And so what it will do when it connects with these people is that, so you'll see right here, it says include a personalized message with the connection request. And so because of the search that we just built on the other screen here is targeted at making new connections, these are all second degree, second generation people, this applies right here. This section is relevant. And so we're going to say hello first name, and you'll see up here, these are the merge tags. And again, you're going to want to watch the training video that really shows you how to use the app once you've installed it. But hello first name, Happy New Year. Since today is only January 1st, I'm going to go ahead and leave that. It's still close enough to the new year. We've noticed you're in, now you can see right where previously I was running this in the Bowling Green area, and I showed you some of those results. But we're going to go ahead and change this now to Las Vegas, right? And again, the whole reason I'm in particular doing this, you guys, is because I'm going to be in Las Vegas in about 2.5 weeks. And so I believe that I can probably have some really, really effective conversations, productive conversations, as a result of letting the robot work on this targeted area for me. And between now and the time that my wife Jolene and I fly into Las Vegas for a convention for our business, I believe I can literally connect with dozens and dozens of people, and some of them may be able to benefit from the fact that we are doing a really powerful event in Las Vegas. And so I noticed you're in the Las Vegas area. We want to reach out and connect. And so this is where this is not relevant. This prior sentence is because in my local markets, I utilize Meetup, which that'll probably be another training for another time. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the rest of this because it does not apply to this particular message. And so instead, what I'm going to say, Happy New Year. We notice you're in the Las Vegas area, and I'm going to say, and based on your LinkedIn profile, you are also. I love the word also because it creates alignment. It communicates that we have something in common. You are also an entrepreneur. Oops. Weird word to spell. I always mess it up. Okay, you're also an entrepreneur, comma. So we wanted to reach out and connect. And then that's all I'm going to put. You're limited to 300 characters for this first message. And again, remember, the goal here is to just make new connections. And so I'm not going to get into a whole lot more in-depth dialogue at this point. This is just that instead of just sending a generic connection request without a message, the success rate is much, much higher on LinkedIn when you include a very brief little kind of an introductory message. And so, again, I'm giving some things that are relevant to them that will increase the probability that they accept the connection request. We're talking about the fact that we've acknowledged they're in the Las Vegas area and that they're also an entrepreneur. And so I may say, yeah, I'm going to leave it just like that. And so that's the message that it's going to include with the connection request. And again, this improves the success rate dramatically. And so now that I've gotten this set up, again, the training video that you can watch will also explain more of this to you. The one other thing I need to update here is the tag I'm using. And so I'm going to use a couple of tags. I'm going to use the tag Las Vegas, and then I can do up to 5 tags. When I separate them with a comma, I'm also going to use the tag 01-05-19. I'm going to tag with the date. And again, I'll do another training at another time, but because you can also utilize this Duck Soup app to do a follow-up dialogue with your people, that's why I am utilizing the tag, because I want to be able to circle back to the date, and I can then basically tell Duck Soup to send a specific message to people that I actually connected with that have this tag. And so that'll allow me to automate my second message, which is my follow-up message, to this group of people as well. And so that's what the tags will do for you. Again, maybe that'll be another training at another time. And some of this will be included in the training video directly from Duck Soup that, again, you'll find further down on this same page. And so it's automatically saving these edits as I make them. And so we've got our tags in, and the only pieces of this that are really relevant are now properly updated. And so I'm going to exit out of here, and I'm going to go back. And so now we have our search, and this is the page right here. After you build your search, this is the page that the app is going to be working off of. And so all I need to do now is go back and click it again. And oops, let me close this out. And so it saved those criteria under options. Okay. And so now all I'm going to do is go back here, and I'm going to hit the Chrome plugin icon for Duck Soup. And I'm going to just go back into options for a second just to double check it. I just want to make sure that you double check and make sure that it saved the modifications I had just made. So Happy New Year, great. Las Vegas area, perfect. That's still in there. And then my tags are still in there. So perfect. That's all I needed. So now that we know that that is accurate to where we want it, I'm now going to simply go in, click on this Duck Soup icon, and click Visit Profiles. Now, we're going to sit here for a minute, and okay, this is just confirming. And again, I'm not going to need to modify any of this. The training video that goes much more in depth directly from Duck Soup will tell you what some of these parameters mean, but you don't really need to modify any of this stuff in here. And so I'm just going to click OK. And so now you're going to see up here in the upper right-hand corner of the screen that the robot is now going to go to work. And so it's got incredible features built into it, you guys, which you'll see on the sales page. If you click the Get Instant Access button, you can read through all of the features, but it does things so that this thing doesn't violate any of LinkedIn's policies. And so it's not spamming. It's not going to look like a robot. It has random time delays in between. It does things so that the behavior mirrors exactly what it would be if you were actually physically doing this on your own. And what I love about this app is it's literally a set it and forget it. And so check it out. So it did the tag. You can see that here. It visited the profile. Now, if you look up here, you can see that the number is now 5. Before we turned the robot on, it said that it had visited 4 profiles. Now what you're able to see is that it has visited 5 profiles, and you'll see that number continually update itself. And as the app goes on about its business and does its thing, you're able to kind of see that that number will continue to change. And so you can see that it's doing its pause. It's looking for the next profile that it's going to visit. And, you know, again, this is a set it and forget it. So my daily routine, you guys, is that I typically will get up first thing in the morning and, you know, kind of go through my morning routine before I get out of bed. I do my daily devotional time. I read my Bible, do my prayer time, and then I get ready to go to the gym. And before I leave the house for the gym, while I'm kind of, you know, gobbling down my granola bar and getting ready to leave for the gym, I come in here and I turn the robot on. And so while I'm at the gym, so you can see that the robot's now visiting Chuck Corley, this particular profile. You see up here on the right, it says that Duck Soup is working. And then you're going to see the number up here in the plugin bar. See, now it just went from 5 to 6. And so literally this thing will do 100 a day. It'll do 100 of these per day without you touching it. And so it's a set it and forget it. And here's the other great thing, because there are 2,600 results in this search, folks. It'll do this for the next 26 days. It's going to do 100 per day. I don't need to go in and modify or edit anything at all for the next 26 days as it relates to the app, the robot doing what I want it to do on this particular task. So it's going to go through and it's going to make a connection request of 100 people a day over the next 26 days straight. For all of those people in Las Vegas. And so this is literally one of the most powerful tools I think I've ever found in my entire life. You cannot hire a personal assistant. This is one of the highest dollar value activities. I don't care what kind of business you're in that you could ever possibly do, is understand who your avatar is, understand the right types of people that you want to be connecting with, and then making sure that you're connecting with new candidates, new prospects every single day. And so the fact that you can literally automate this and do so for $9 a month is mind-blowing to me. Like I said, I've never in my life, we've been very entrenched in social media. You know, we've been very blessed. My wife and I have built a multiple 6-figure residual income, and social media has been a big part of that for us. And so we're always looking for ways to further leverage our time, right? If you want a lifestyle, you need to have leverage in your life, right? There is no lifestyle without leverage, because then all you're doing is trading hours for dollars. And so the reason we're in the particular business that we're in network marketing, is because it gives us that ability to have a more than full-time income on a less than part-time effort. And this is just another facet, another extension of being able to do that. It lets us be highly efficient while we're at the gym, starting our day right with some exercise. This thing is doing the work for us. And so typically by the time I get home from the gym, eat breakfast, get showered, and get dressed, I've already logged the most significant activity to continue growing my business, which is 100 new contacts a day. And so this is happening on autopilot. Yes, there's follow-up. I'll probably do another training video to show you how I do the follow-up. But again, the training video that's below this one on this page directly from Duck Soup will also show you kind of some of those features and how you can do different things with the app. But you can literally automate the entire front end of the process until it's time to actually get on the phone with somebody. Duck Soup, this app, can do all of the online pieces of it for you. And so I will use it all the way from making new contacts, doing the follow-up message, and even scheduling a phone call. And all of that will be 100% automated. And so I would encourage you guys, again, if you're looking for more leverage, more efficiency, better productivity out of your time, you cannot afford to not be using this app. LinkedIn is where you want to be. It's the place where you can target geographically, you can target by job title, you can target by company. There's all kinds of incredible targeting you can do to make sure you're connecting with the right people based on your specific goals in your business. And so go ahead and go down, scroll a little bit below this, click on the Get Instant Access button so that you can get your subscription to Duck Soup and you can start using it. And our contact information, you probably have it. That's how you ended up on this page, but we'll also include it where in the description of where this video is probably going to be uploaded onto YouTube. And then, or you can go to the contact information part of our particular webpage. And so if you have any questions, reach out to us. We are affiliates for Duck Soup, full disclosure. We are only affiliates for products that we get tremendous results from. And so we have a vested interest to help you. There's a high probability you're probably in our business, actually, if you're seeing this. And if you're not, maybe you're in one of our meetup groups, or maybe you're just somebody who stumbled across this video or this page, but feel free to reach out to us either way. We're more than happy to help you, get this tool running for you so that you can start to benefit from it and have that success. And so don't ever hesitate to reach out. We're here to answer any questions and be a benefit to you in any way that we can. And so enjoy it. Good luck. I know your success is going to go through the roof like ours has. And so congratulations on taking that next step to automate your business, get more leverage, and grow your success.